do this. So let's begin. Okay, so I'm in conversation with June today, and June is our guest. June is the owner of Optimus AI. Welcome, June. Welcome to the welcome to the meeting. Welcome to the talk show.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. You're welcome. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's begin. Could you please briefly introduce yourself?
I would like to call myself a tech woman or similar, like I am kind of in the role of combined business with tech. And then I originally I'm from China, and then I moved to Canada when I was like in high school, and then I studied in Canada, and then briefly after the graduation, I moved back to China, explore my opportunities, trying to experience a lot of companies, a couple of companies, and then now I'm back to Canada again, and then start my own startup company. Is really early stage, and then just trying to utilize what I learned and what I worked before, and then all the skill and then technology, and then put into my startup company.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Thank you.
And this is your first company, am I right?
Yes, very struggling, and then whatever you guys kind of read the internet saying like it's never easy to start a company, never easy to really build up your own the organization. It is true, it's really struggling, and then trying to find customers, trying to improve the concept, and then especially my company is providing service versus a actual physical product.
Correct. But AI, it's so much in demand these days. AI seems to be the future. Do you have any comments to say on that?
Yeah, AI is the future, I would say, in my opinion. And then, however, AI is artificial intelligence is a concept, and then it's combined a lot of technology. And then, as probably a lot of people know that AI has like a different areas like NLP. Focusing on the language stuff, and then there is a computing vision, focusing on those AI vision stuff, and then also right now the trend will be deep learning, which is also evolved from machine learning. So my company, the service is based on AI-driven business intelligence, which is utilize AI or deep learning algorithm to help company to analyze their business and then trying to find a competitive advantage and then improve their decision making. Because as now I'm starting my own business as a business owner, I have a challenge like making decisions. Like should I? I'm sure like if the business grows, right? If the business grow into a certain stage, let's say medium size, and then I will have a lot of data. I will have a lot of customer data. I will need to analyze all of that and then trying to find opportunities from all these data, and then help me make decision like where I should put my marketing money into, where I should maybe putting more personnel, like hire more people in which department, and then where I can put into some plan to save my cost. So all of those decisions actually can be really we can take advantage of artificial intelligence these days.
Wow, sounds complicated.
A little bit.
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah. But
definitely.
I've seen a lot of AI company. They started early, and then they are well funded, and then they start educate a lot of customers, potential customers, and then they have quite nice customer base or potential customer base, and then yeah, I would say their business model is similar, but they are like really growth into a better size. But just kind of, but I still think the market is big, and then I still think I can, you know, become one of them one day. I certainly hope so.
Yeah,
It's just a
definitely.
matter of, how I can start to roll it out. Yeah.
That's great. So, tell me, what motivated you to start something on your own?
I would say, I think I always wanted to try something. Um, you know, I like the feeling of create something from scratch since I was little,
Mhm.
and I am a big believer of creation. I believe in life, people should pursue like two major factors in their life. Is one is create, the other one is legacy. So while we are alive, we create something, and then we leave it behind as your legacy. So that's the current belief of life. Yeah. So
Wow,
that's
that's
why I think I want to start something, and then I work for a few years, and then I just, I try my best when I was working for companies, like not for a long time, but like 1 or 2 years, and then I just feel like I learn a lot, and then I intentionally learn when I was working for those companies because I know that one day I want to start something. So I learn a lot. I learn different, like even I work in marketing or sales department. I always go to the other like cross-functional team and then to learn the business. So I think that's I'm quite outgoing. So and then I always ask questions, and I ask like different department, like say department of like supply chain, and then I just went up and then asked them like, what's your challenges, and then what do you feel about your work, and then what's this is about, and then why this is so important to a organization, something like that. So I think I learn a lot. I intentionally to learn because because I want to just put a lot of stuff in my head, and then one day I think it's going to be used in my company.
yeah, no, definitely. That's the way to move forward, right? If you're not learning, then you're not growing. And your personality is like you just described. It's very outgoing and it's very forward. So I think you will do really good in life.
Thank you. I surely hope so.
Yeah.
Right
So
now, currently it's just like a battle for this COVID pandemic thing. It's really
yeah,
struggling. Everybody is struggling.
definitely. That's true. You mentioned you went to school. Was that in Canada or China or both?
Oh, of course I studied in China when I was little, and then after I moved to Canada, you know I went to McGill to study computer science and operations management. That was like a pure coincidence, actually. I study computer science. It's just not really like I like play video games or computer games, but it's not like really that. I haven't been really that geek per se, but I really admire people who actually have the knowledge, and then also I like to learn, but I can do coding, but I'm not. I think my personality is not really behind a computer type, but that gave me some advantage of combine both you know areas, like a business side and then also the technology side. So I understand the technology side. And then after I studied operations management, and then it made me understand more business side. Like for example, for a organization, what kind of components we need, and then what kind of in terms of business development, what we can, you know, utilize technology to reinforce, those different business units.
Mm, great. And what was your major when you were studying in Canada? When you were
You
doing
just
your
you just asked. I just answered.
I know,
See,
but
I told you. You should rehearse on that.
I know, but I'm asking like
I just I just said that. You should skip that question.
no. I'm asking in detail, like what exactly were the subjects that you took?
Oh, for computer science,
Yeah.
basically I need to learn like programming, hardware, software, right? Algorithm, um, math, like really advanced math. And then for operations management, I study like more like some of them are on the general side, more like marketing, leadership, and then mainly focusing on operations. It's like you know courses like how you can sort of like organize, it's called organizational management something, and then just how to improve. It's like a continuing improvement for the organization, like how to operate, in terms of a lot of like data analytics thing as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
and entrepreneurship.
Oh,
Also, there was a course called entrepreneurship.
so
At
I
that time, I was just not really that impressed. I was not, yeah, I was really not that good at that time. I was not really clicked on that part. But, now I know when I thought about it and then I feel like, oh, yeah, then I can really use some of the points from that time
yeah,
of
definitely. I think
study. Yeah, definitely.
I think
I
you
guess that's
studied.
all that I think that's all of us like experience when we were in university, and then we study, but sometimes we just don't know what we are doing. We are just like trying to have fun, and then complaining about like, oh, this assignment, and then what we can get away with certain assignment or something. But at the end of the day, you know it actually come to you as something you can really use, right? And then of course these days I need to jump on the internet and then search for some knowledges or skills, and then some knowledges and then pieces actually coming back, right? It's kind of like clicked in a way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, whatever small pieces of information you retain from the time you studied in school, finally at some point of time, they all of those pieces they come together, and finally you are able to apply all of your knowledge and your skills to construct something really beautiful, like you're doing with your own company at the moment.
Hmm.
Okay, so how did you? So why did you become an entrepreneur? Why did you start your own company? By the way, you could have.
I answered that before. I think I answered it like earlier, just like I said, it was just something in me. I
Yeah,
just feel
but
like I want to create something. Yeah, I just want to create something.
uh-huh.
Just like when you want to do, you like doing Lego, and then you want to create something from scratch. And then I like challenges, and I like to really see what's gonna happen. And then I'm pretty sure that they in those all those like tech talk or entrepreneurship courses, I feel like I've heard a lot is like you need to, at least you need to try. You might fail, but if you don't try and you really want this and then you don't try, and then you will regret it.
Yeah, you'll never know unless you give it a try, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
just like you, right?
Yeah, yeah, we are all in the same boat. We are all, trying to survive this pandemic and trying to survive
Yeah,
2020. Hopefully, the next year is going to be better for all of us. So,
yeah, hopefully.
yeah. So, according to you, what basic skill set is required to start a business? If somebody is very new and they want to come inside this business world and they wanted to start something on their own, it doesn't have to be related to technology, it could be related to anything. But do you think there is a basic skill set that a person needs to get into? the entrepreneur life?
I think it depends on the I would say soft skill and then the real skill. If the real skill or the hard skill will be sort of like what kind of business you want to start, right? Like as I said, like if this business is about like a very um, particular field, and then you just have to have those like a sort of like a hard skill. But I would say most importantly, the soft skill is very important, such as interpersonal, skill, and then also this you have to be, not afraid of fail, and then you have to be, I would say, like to take challenges, and then you will expect a lot of like rejections, and then you need to have like you really thick skin in a way that to keep trying,
Yeah.
unless you are actually really good at what you are doing, and then exactly these are the product that you are offering. It's like really in demand, and then you will have, you know, it will be easier. But and then the other area I would say, have to be good at negotiation, and then also I would say finance thing, like sort of balance sheet, and then watch out the costs, and then um, I would say stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
that's my limited understanding.
yeah. No, definitely. Like you said, that people have to, be a little bit thick-skinned, and they need to keep moving forward. Like there will be multiple struggles, there will be multiple hurdles, and you just need to push forward, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, how difficult do you think was starting a business in 2020? Do you think it was more difficult as compared to other years?
It depends. Like if you start a e-commerce business this year, it will not be that difficult compared to other years, right? And then it's really booming in terms of e-commerce. And then, but if you start with this, if you start a business like you and me, like service, it will be a little bit tough. Especially my business. That yours are, when it's fine, but like mine is more like it's really something people are still accepting in a way that the technology is so new, and then people are still getting educated. They're still trying to figure it out or try it out. So it's very, I would say, to be able to make this business to the next level, it's really heavily on capital, which is trying to get, um, you know, other side of my services or business to funnel that part, or finding a right partner to get that get that one going.
Hmm. Correct, correct. Yeah.
Hmm.
Definitely, if there is some sort of investment that gives a company a really good boost to move forward. That's true.
Yeah, so that's why I'm trying to bringing in like e-commerce and then product sourcing business side of the business into this into my company, that can utilize my expertise on e-commerce, and also utilize my resources of manufacture to sourcing those e-commerce business. So that will hopefully that will work, but still it's yeah, it's unknown for now.
Yeah, only time will tell how it's gonna perform. That's true.
Yeah,
So let's talk about some of the failures. When you were starting this company, did you face any failures or any hurdles?
I would say failure not necessary. It's more like a challenge. It's just really difficult to get the ball rolling. Um, I started a company last year, and then it hasn't been really that smooth. Trying to get on a few potential customers, And again, like, after pitching the idea, pitching the technology, and then trying to make them understand this is, this is going to be really helpful for their business. And then after, it's very good exercise for me to combine all the knowledge and then combine, the pitching deck, and then try it out, and then pitch different industry, and then pitch to investors, and then it has been really great in terms of these exercises, but the result is just not there, and I expected, to be honest, and I didn't really expect that it's gonna turn out like a great. It's just like hit the jackpot, but it's just it's all right, and then it has been very educating for me in a way, and then it's I believe it's gonna be ongoing, and I'm still gonna try as long as I can have opportunity to pitch. I'm still pitching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to keep moving forward. Whenever you see an opportunity, just go ahead and grab it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So what? Let's move to a little bit towards your personal life. So what do you do when you're not working?
I learning some stuff, like learning new language. I recently started learning Japanese. Actually inspired by you a little bit.
Okay.
And then yeah, and then I also play video games, and then computer games. And that will be it. And then read some books.
Great, great. So what kind of books are you into? Are they fiction, history, current affairs? What kind of books do you read?
I read books that relates to the business side. Like a lot of entrepreneur or leaders that they actually wrote about a lot of great. I wouldn't say strategy, but it's like learning from other people's experience is a great way to help myself and my company grow, and then just to avoid a lot of mistakes, or it's just like sometimes it's an easy fix, sometimes it's just really good inspiration.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any favorite book?
I personally, I really like this Japanese I would say Japanese businessman, entrepreneur. He's really old. His name is Kaizo in 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 the Mori. Yeah, am I pronouncing it right?
I don't know.
Like he saved. He's the one, but you probably know. Like he's the one saved the Japanese airline,
Uh-huh.
Japan Airline. That was like a few years ago. That airline, it was like almost bankrupt, and then he was 74, 75, 70s, in his 70s, and he used to be a monk, and then he went in and then saved the company, and then the airline went public after 2 years after he joined the company, and after 2 years, basically the airline just came back to life. It's very impressive, and then I would say I love his book about. I'm not sure about the English version though, but I read the Chinese version. If you translate it to English, the name of the book is just like Heart. It's like when you doing business, it's not all about business. It's about who you are, and then you listen to your heart. It's sort of like instinct. Like sometimes you have to believe in your instinct, and then while you are actually building up your business, you are actually building up your life at the same time, because like work or entrepreneur or like working for someone or working for yourself, and then also living is the same thing. it's like now every second we are having, like, as we are having this conversation, is part of our life, right? So
Yeah.
I think he is very his book is very inspirational in terms of how to combine, philosophy into your business. And then I think that that's really deep. I'm still, trying to fully understand that. I think his book is more than that. And then also, now he is in his 80s, and then he is he's giving out all his assets to the society, to the community, and then trying to build um, different. I think he's just like really different businessman I've ever seen.
Yeah, sounds really interesting. I'll definitely check him out. What's the name again? Kaizo Inomori.
Kaizo Inamori. Yeah.
Inomori. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I did not know about him, but
Well, you were
I,
in Japan.
yeah, but I wasn't reading books about Japanese.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
But
yeah,
you were in tech. You were
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
really in business.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I'll
Yeah. So
definitely check him out.
yeah, and then recently I also start reading the book called Delivering Happiness, because of the guy who founded the company Zappo. And he recently died from a tragedy, a family fire. You probably read about it.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that actually got me start reading his book, and then it's really focusing on customer experience. And I think every business should have this um, vision or principle as customer obsession, and then really focusing on what your customers really need, not just trying to hard push your um, product, right?
Mm.
And then creating demand is really important for selling your product. Like maybe your product is not that um, you know in demand, is value added product, but how you can increase the customer experience in a way that you know I wouldn't say please the customer, but more bring the customer to realize this company is really helping me or supporting me or make my life much better. That is really inspirational for me as well.
That's true. That's true. So, what's the best and the worst part of being a CEO of a company?
Uh, I currently I feel like I wouldn't, because my company is really early stage, and I haven't reached the point that as a CEO will need to experience. That also it occurred to me that when I was reading Tony's book, is about his journey of managing two major companies in his lifetime, right? So in his career. So I haven't reached the point that I have the same difficulty or challenges as Tony experienced. I certainly want to at that point, but I would say from top of my head, um, first of all, in this stage of my company, I already experienced a lot of frustration, but I always trying to get my mind straight and then not to like keep thinking positively. And then I feel right now I don't need to manage a lot of people, manage people. But in the future, if the company really building up and in the stage that I need to manage more people, that will be a major challenge because people is really really crucial for a organization. As a people um, create culture, right? Us as a human being, we have our own, emotion. We have our needs. We have different, personality, character. So if you put a lot of people together, they will create this. society or community or a certain culture that define your organization, and how to manage that culture and then manage those group of people will be ultimate ongoing task for a leader of the organization. And then the other thing is how you can, grow yourself at the same time, because as a human being we all have limitations. So we need to keep in mind that, first we have to accept challenges. Second of all, we have limitations, and then how we can, grow out of our comfort zone, and then not just limit ourselves into the old us is very, very important, I would say.
That's true. Would you say managing people is the best as well as the worst part of being a CEO?
I don't know. I haven't I haven't experienced that yet. I'd like to take that challenge
Yeah,
one day.
definitely. But that is, I agree with you what you said. So,
Yeah, you kind of have to, right? If
Mhm.
you're gonna become a CEO.
Yeah,
If you're gonna
absolutely.
become a CEO, you kind of have to manage people, but I would not like imagine, is it gonna be good or is it gonna be bad?
Hmm. It's debatable. That's true. So, what's your pledge for next year, 2021?
I will continue, as I said, I will continue pitch my business, and then I will trying to explore more opportunities. I'm still trying to. Um, I wanted to take on more projects, like start with small projects, and then the ultimate goal is to keep building up this baby startup.
Hmm. That's the way to go, right? You need to grow. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have some rapid fire questions for you now. So answer as quickly and briefly as possible. So don't think about long answers. Just keep them short, keep them precise, and yeah. Okay, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go. So three things no one knows about you.
I don't know.
Think.
I'm a very simple person. I think my close friend, they all know about me.
Okay.
What do you mean nobody know about me?
Okay.
Like what?
I don't know. It could be anything. Maybe they don't know that you read a lot of books about entrepreneurship, or maybe they don't know.
No, they all know. I like to share my
That's just an
experience.
example. It could be anything. Maybe they don't know that you like makeup, or maybe they don't know who's your favorite barber. There are so many things people don't know about you, right? So anything. It could be anything. Just three things no one knows about you.
Well, at the moment, I cannot think of any.
Okay, no
I
problem.
have close friends. Yeah, I have close friends, and
Yeah.
we basically talk about everything.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, next question. What is the craziest thing someone has done for you?
Define crazy. I don't. What question is that? Like
It's rapid
how can
fire.
you?
It's fun questions. So it could be anything. Maybe someone gave you like $1,000 when you needed them the most. Maybe that was the craziest thing somebody has done
No.
for you. That's just an example. It doesn't have to
I
be
know.
exactly.
I'm thinking.
Yeah,
No,
maybe they could
not
have done
really
something else, right?
crazy. No.
Maybe they helped you clear an exam. Maybe they helped you study. Maybe they, when you were feeling very down, they helped you during that time. It could be anything crazy, right? Nobody has done anything for you.
Well, not that crazy. I don't.
Okay.
I don't feel like crazy though.
Okay,
Yeah,
no
I have
problem.
people helping me out, but
Yeah.
not like in a crazy way.
Uh-huh.
I don't. Yeah, I have boring life.
Okay. Okay, next question. What is the one thing that you would like to change about yourself?
Mm, I'm still trying to get more workout. I think I want to gain some weight, grow some muscle. I think that's just, in my plan. Yeah.
Okay. And so, what's your spirit animal?
What's what?
Spirit animal.
Spirit animal?
Yeah.
Oh, I like. I went to a witchcraft store last year,
Okay.
and then they told me my spirit animal is elephant.
Ah, okay. How did they
Yeah,
figure that
actually,
out?
the witch actually can saw I have an elephant carry
Okay.
around with me, or not carrying around, just like elephant. My spirit animal is like with me.
Where was that? Was it in Canada?
Yeah, last year.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, when I visited a witchcraft store, and then and also I was told that spirit animal can change from time to time,
Hmm.
but spirit animal is more like protect you, and it's from your own um, spirit, and then you create this animal, and then that animal is trying to protect you in a way while you experience more things, and then you have different um, aura, and then you have different emotion, you have different experience, and then eventually all of those energy will create a different spirit animal. Yeah.
Mm.
Now our topic totally go to the other direction.
Yeah, these are just rapid fire
Very
questions.
spiritual. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then asked about the elephant,
Hmm.
and then she said it's about it's really grounded, and then also in a way it's very stubborn because elephant is very heavy weighted, right? And it's really stubborn, and it's really the my spirit animal gonna help me to clean out a lot of obstacles in a way, um, and then yeah, something like that.
Okay, got it. let's let's check out the next question. So, a rumor about you that you wish were true.
What? Come again?
A rumor about you. What's a rumor about you that you wish were true?
Oh, there was a rumor about me like recently among my friends. Is like, oh, I started a business last year, and then the business is like wonderful. Like I'm now like a totally businesswoman, and I wish it was true.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm just in a very early stage startup, and then experience a lot of challenges, and
Yeah.
then I didn't expect to explain all of that to my friends. I think they wish me for the best, and then they just, I think they talk about this, and or they picture me as this image based on their belief in me, or they think like I'm a capable person, and then they feel like, oh, she started this business, and then it must be great by now. Unfortunately, it's just a rumor.
But let's hope it becomes true by next year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hope so, hope so.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's the easiest way to piss you off?
Mm, I think recently, these years, I've become really zen. I think when people are just being not straightforward, and then also give different like mixed up signals, it will really sometimes it will. I would not say piss me off. It's more like made me irritated in a way. But at the same time, I tell myself everyone has their own personality or the way to deal with things. So, yeah, I'm
Mm.
trying to learn from this really wise old businessman, Kaizo, that,
Yeah.
calm down.
Yeah.
Everything gonna come to its senses, and then everybody like everything gonna be okay as long as you have the right mind, the right heart, and then you believe the direction you are moving is correct, it's funny.
Yeah. So just be zen in short, right?
Yeah, he used, as I said, he used to be a monk, right? So it's more like, zen.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so rate yourself from 1 to 10 on the following, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. Okay,
Mhm.
quick learner.
Oh, 9, like just the
Yeah,
highest
just the
quick learner. Yeah, 9,
book enthusiast,
6,
a leader,
8,
CEO.
CEO.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
being a CEO, how well do you rate yourself?
I would say 5 so far because I
Okay.
haven't experienced it yet.
Okay, as a friend.
Friend, I would say 10.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. You have done the rapid fire
Great
round.
first interview.
Yeah, no, it's not over yet. So now
Oh,
it's the
it's not
last.
over yet?
Yeah.
I thought it's
No,
over. No, it's
now
not.
is the last one. Last one. So now you
Oh,
have to nominate 3 other people um, to do an interview with me, and they should either be a business owner or a CEO or a CTO or any C-level executive. Who would you nominate?
well, to be honest, I don't know any of those
Okay.
people here.
Think. I think you must know at least one person, right? Anyone who owns a business, they could own like an e-commerce business. They're still a CEO, right? If they have their own business, then they are the.
Oh, I don't. I know people here, not in C level. Actually, not at a C level yet. And then the business owner and an entrepreneur I knew, they they're not here.
Okay,
I
where
don't
are
think
they?
I can ask if they
Uh
would
huh.
like to have a interview in English with you,
Uh huh.
but that will be a challenge.
Okay.
They're in China, so
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I leave that up to you if you feel like you can talk to them and see if they're interested. But that's up to you.
Mhm.
Okay, so now we have reached the end of the interview. Thank you for joining with me on this
My
short
pleasure.
meeting and coming
Always nice
online.
talking with you.
Yeah, it's always great connecting with you as well, and I hope all the success to you and to your business. I hope 2021 brings
Same to
lots of
you.
prosperity to you.
Same to you.
Thank you. Okay,
Mhm.
so
If I ever start my own talk show, I will ask you.
definitely I will be your first guest on your
Mhm.
talk show.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording now, and
Mhm.
thanks for coming online today.
My pleasure.
Yeah, let's connect again
Later.
sometime.
Talk to you later.
Yeah.